Napoleon Bonaparte is one of the most famous men of all time. We have all heard of him, whether it's for his accomplishments, his stature, or his narcissism. He's surely a very complicated man. That's why I was excited for Ridley Scott's Napoleon. Well, at first I wasn't very sure if Joaquin Phoenix was the right choice for the role. By the time the first trailer came out, I was sold. It ended up becoming one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Did it live up to the hype? Unfortunately not. The biggest problem with Napoleon is the lack of focus. There's just too much jumping around. The movie takes place over multiple decades, which isn't the problem, but the way they present it is just strange. They don't change in any way. Just look at a film like Oppenheimer, which also takes place over multiple decades, but every time we switch, something has changed. Whether it's the characters' look, the way they speak, the way they act, or just the world around them, something has changed. There's none of this in Napoleon. On top of that, we are always changing between Napoleon's home life with Josephine and his battles, and again it just feels awkward, almost like it's two different movies pushed together. I think they should have decided which story they really want to tell and stuck with that one, rather than switching in between both of them. I don't really care about the historical inaccuracies. I'm not a huge history buff, so it doesn't bother me, but there are a lot of people who refuse to even watch this movie because of the things Ridley has said. I think it's okay to make changes as long as it serves the story well, but the problem in Napoleon is they don't. Ridley said he had them fire artillery at the pyramids to quickly show that they took Egypt, but when we actually get to that part, the battle is only like a minute long. Maybe if you would have made it a bit longer, you wouldn't have had to fire at the pyramids. Speaking of the battle scenes, they are by far the best part of the movie. They look so real, and the costume and prop department really outdid themselves. It is easy to track what's going on, and it just looks great. Another thing that disappointed me was Joaquin Phoenix. He completely flip-flops his performance from one scene to another, and paired with subpar dialogue, it just doesn't work. Sometimes you are watching and you're like, wow, this is an Oscar winner performing at a high level, and other times it was just hard to watch. Overall, if I had to pick one word to describe this movie, it would be disappointing. The trailers were so good, and I thought Ridley was the perfect guy for the job. I was really hoping this could be something special. Unfortunately, it was not.